Ezekiel 34. The word of YHVH came to me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the shepherds of Israel. Prophesy and say to them, to the shepherds, Thus said the Lord YHVH Elohim, Woe to the shepherds of Israel who have tended themselves. Is it not the flock that the shepherd should tend? The choices you eat, the wool you wear, and the healthiest you slaughter, but the rest of the flock you do not tend. The frail you do not strengthen. The ill you do not cure. The broken you do not bind. The banished you did not retrieve. For the lost you did not search. Rather you subjugate them with force and with rigor. Thus they became scattered for the lack of a shepherd, and became food of every beast of the field. They became scattered. My sheep wander in all the mountains and upon every high hill. My sheep have scattered upon the whole face of the earth. But no one seeks and no one searches. Therefore, O shepherds, hear the word of YHVH. As I live, the word of the Lord YHVH Elohim, I swear that because my sheep have become spoils, and my sheep have become food for every beast of the field, for lack of a shepherd, and my shepherds did not seek out my sheep, for the shepherds tended themselves, but did not tend my flock. Therefore, shepherds, hear the word of YHVH. Thus said the Lord YHVH Elohim, Behold, I am against the shepherds. I will seek out my flock from their hand, and I will cause them to cease herding. And the shepherds will no longer tend themselves. Thus I will rescue my sheep from their mouths, and they will no longer be food for them. For thus said the Lord YHVH Elohim, Behold, I am here, and I will seek out my sheep, and I will tend them, as a shepherd tends his flock on the day he is among his separated sheep. So I will tend to my sheep and rescue them from all the places where they were scattered on the day of cloud and darkness. I will remove them from the peoples and gather them from the lands and bring them to their soil, and I will tend them upon the mountains of Israel, in the streams and in all the land's habitations. I will shepherd them upon a good pasture, and their fold will be upon the heights of Israel's mountains. There they will lie down in a good fold, and graze upon fat pastures, on the mountains of Israel. I will care for my sheep, and I will search, and I will lay them down. For the word of the Lord YHVH Elohim, for the lost I will search. The banished I will retrieve. The broken I will bind. The ill I will strengthen. But the fat one, the strong one, I will destroy. I will tend them with justice. And as for you, my sheep, thus said the Lord YHVH Elohim, Behold, I am judging between lamb and lamb, and the rams and the he-goats. Is it not enough for you that you graze in good pasture, that you must also trample the rest of the pasture underfoot? Is it not enough that you drink settled waters, that you must also befoul the rest with your feet? And my flock, must they graze the tramplings of your feet and drink the befoulment of your feet? Therefore, thus said the Lord YHVH Elohim to them, Behold, I am here, and I shall judge between the robust lamb and the famished lamb, because you push with the flank and shoulder, and you gore all the frail ones with your horns until you have scattered them away. So I will save my sheep, and they will no longer be for spoils, and I will judge between lamb and lamb. I will establish over them a single shepherd, and he will tend to them, my servant David. He will tend them, and he will be a shepherd unto them. And I, YHVH, I will be a God to them, and my shepherd David, a prince among them. I, YHVH, have spoken. I will seal a covenant of peace with them, and abolish the evil beasts from the land. And they will dwell securely in the wilderness and sleep in the forests. Then I will make them and the surroundings of my hill into a blessing. And I will bring the rain. Time they will be rains of blessing. The tree of the field will yield its fruit, and the earth will yield its produce, and they will be secure upon their land. Then they will know that I am YHVH, when I break the rods of their yoke and rescue them from the hand of those who enslave them. They will no longer be spoils for the nations, and the beasts of the land will no longer devour them. They will dwell securely, and none will make them afraid. I will establish for them a planting of renown, and they will no longer be decimated by famine in the land, and they will no longer bear the shame of the nations. They will know that I, YHVH, their God, am with them, and that they are my people, the house of Israel, the word of the Lord YHVH Elohim.